All right, great, welcome. Okay, so now let's look at something also very fundamental to your understanding and working well with Microsoft Excel. And now we're going to look at what we call formatting cells. What does formatting cells mean? Formatting cells means that we want Excel to interpret some particular cells you have highlighted in a particular what form. I'm going to do a lot of practical examples so you can see how it actually works. So formatting means that okay, this particular information or data set I'm about to enter, I want you to interpret it as okay, maybe I want you to interpret it as currency, I want you to interpret it as date. So whatever information I enter here, Excel will automatically convert it to what? To date. So I'm going to give us examples now. Before we do that, let's just enter some basic information. So we'll do numbers first. So let's see 200,000. Okay. uh let's enter a date too. Let's say 1st of January 2024. Okay, all right. So oh sorry, I put okay, so let's just put here 1st of January 2024. Okay, then I'll enter a text here too. Whatever text I want to enter. All right, so now let's go and look at formatting. How do we format now? Let's say that I want to format all these cells. Okay, so I've told you how to highlight on Excel. Oh, that reminds me, before we continue, please now you have this undo button on Excel. If you are doing anything and then maybe you press the wrong thing or it's not giving you what you need to get, you can go back to the previous one. Like I entered this last, so let's say I made an error in this. I'll just come to this place under my file. You can see this button undo. So it takes you back to the previous state before you entered the last word or you did the last entry in your what Excel sheet. Okay, so that's undo. Then you can also you can redo too. So if I want to put it back there, so you can undo, you can redo. Then for keyboard, that's Control Z. Okay, so once you press Control Z, you what you undoes what you have done. Okay, so that's just by the side. So when you see me do some things, press undo or press Control Z. That's what I'm doing. So let me just redo what I've done. Okay, so all right. So now let's go to our formatting. Let's say all these for my um column A, I want information to be there, just to be numbers. Okay, so let's just highlight. So now I go to formatting. There are two ways you can format or two places you can go to formatting of cells. You can go to okay here on your home page. You can see this after you have all this indents, wrapping, and margin of cells and all those things. Now you see that here that we have what we have numbers and all these things. These are where you can actually do your what formatting. So you have number format. Now you have some that when you click on this, it will automatically come up. You have general, you have number, you have currency, you have accounting, short date, long date, time, comma, percentage, fraction, scientific, or text. What I want us to do is now you go to let's just go to more number formats. Okay, this one is a more extensive place where you can actually do so much more with your what your number of formatting. It gives you more options than just so if what you want to do is here you just want to do something very simple, you want to make it general, just put it here, click currency. But if you want to do more with formatting, you just come to more number format. That's one way. You can also go the other way. You what? You right click on those highlighted cells and then you come to what? Format cell. Okay? Format cells. So that's another way to get to this place where we are. Another way is shortcuts for those that are interested is control one. Okay? That gives you your what? That takes you to formatting. Okay? All right, so you can see that it's bringing. Okay, let me close it so you can see what I'm talking about. So if I press Control 1, see that it takes me directly to what? To that place where I can actually what? Do my formatting. So for those that like shortcuts, you can do that. For those that want to use the buttons to the keypad too. So I've told you, you can either on the first you have highlighted, just right click on it and go to format cells. You can also do it what here, so you have different ways of doing it depending on what actually you prefer. Okay, so let's escape. So once you don't want it again, you can just escape. So back to our formatting. Let's go now. Let's look at different kind of formats that we have. Okay, so let's just do control one. Okay, all right, so on formatting. So now let's start. Okay, all right, now all right, let me go through this way. All right, I'm coming formatting more number formats. Okay, all right. So now you have different ways you can actually format a cell in Excel or highlighted cells in Excel. Now, let's start from the first one, general. What is general? General is that you are telling Excel to read that particular data in those cells you have highlighted as what? As general. That means you don't want any specific formatting to it. Just leave it the way it is. Don't give any special interpretation to it. Do you understand? So there are some cases if you just want to write things that you don't need to do any special things, you can put them under what? General. In fact, the default setting for your Excel is anything you put, it or Excel automatically put it under what? General. It's when you want other things that you can actually start formatting those words to those cells. So that's general. Then if what I want to enter is just numbers and the numbers does not have any specific, is not currency, is not value, I just want to enter numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever form the number. I just come to my what? My next after general, which is what? Number. So you can say on that number, it brings it down. On that number, you have some other things you can also do. Now you have decimal what? Places. Okay. So I can, if I want it in two decimal places, you can see it is changing those figures, so you can see it has become 2. Just look at this place that I've highlighted, this 2 million. You can see that the figure is changing, so I can actually adjust my decimal places, make it 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as you want. Do you understand? Many decimal places as you want, you can actually what? Put there. Okay, so let's just put one decimal place. Then if you want it to use this thousand separator, if you want it to divide the figure into thousand, like this is 2 million, you can see that it has put it 2 million now. But I can also do that. I can also remove the use separator too. So that means you just leave it what? In the form it is without putting what? Numbers. Here too, if I want it to be in negative form, you can see if I want it this, okay. So those are some okay. So now, although I don't want to do this now, but we can, let's do it. We still touch it briefly when we do now. If the figures I'm entering, they are negative numbers. Now, if I want it to be, I can choose. If I want it to be minus in front of those number, it will put minus. Do you understand? Okay. Let's practicalize. Do let's take our time to really learn well. Okay. So let's practicalize it. Let's say I want to put minus. Okay, 9,000. Okay, that's what I want to put. All right. So I'll go to my number settings. Okay, you can see that it's already there. Okay, so see, if I want it here, let's see if I want it to just, that means automatically anything in red font in my Excel sheet means that is what? Negative. Okay, I can also put it like this. I'm sure we're familiar with this as accountants. This is the common one. You know, when we're preparing financial statements, when we want to remove or deduct something, we put it in what? In brackets. Okay, okay, so that's that. Okay, then you can also put it like this, bracket, and still what? Color at the same time. So those are number formats that we have. All right, great. So let's go back to highlighting those cells that we're working with. Okay, so that's for number. So if you want to enter information and it's just numbers alone, you can actually do that. All right, so that's number. Let's look at the next format. Then please, before we leave formatting, then in formatting, so advantage with formatting is that you can also do a lot of things. You can do alignment here. Let's go back to our number. Okay, I'm not sorry. Okay, number, then alignment too. Okay, all those things we were doing before, vertical adjustment, you want it to be at the bottom, you want it to be at the top. So you can wrap your text here, you can merge your cells here too. You want to merge 1 or 2 cells here, you can do that. You can do it vertical by letter. Okay, then you have your font, so you can adjust your font here. So formatting option gives you a lot of room to do all these things that we're doing here before. You can just come and pick some highlighted cells and do it. So you can also do the font here. So I can change the size of my font here. I want it bigger, I can do that here. I can adjust the color, I can strike through, I can double underline, make bold or italic. Then my borders too, the border I was showing you, that you can draw border here, you can draw border grid, you can do your border color, you can raise your border, you can put borders here. So let's say I want to put border, top and bottom border, I can put it here. Okay, so that's where you do those adjustments. So let's go back to our numbers. Okay, so that's for what? Numbers. So please, whatever format, even for general too, you can see that we have, okay, you have your alignment, you have your font, and you have your border. So whatever particular format you choose, you can actually do other adjustments in that place. Okay, so like, so let's go back. So we've done general, we've done number. Let's do currency. What is currency? Okay, so let's look at currency now. So click on currency. Currency means that the information I'm putting or the data I'm putting in this Excel sheet, I want you to interpret it as what? Currency value. That is, put currency, interpret it as what? money or currency. So that's currency. Okay, so now for currency you have some options with the formatting. Okay, so you can choose the symbol or the currency sign that you want. Okay, so you can see that automatically Excel puts your currency in what, in dollar. You can remove it if you don't want any currency, just want it to interpret as a currency, and you don't want it to put any symbol, you can just put what, none. Do you understand? Okay, so if you are preparing a financial statement, it's not proper to have currency in all the values, because we just have, don't worry, when we get to financial statements, don't worry, don't let me jump the gun, we'll do that more when we are doing our basic financial statement, so we'll do that more. Okay, so that's for currency. So you can put symbols, you can also choose whatever symbols you want. Let's go and find naira as, okay, so we can use naira here. Okay, so come and take. Okay, so you can see naira here. You have Edo, Afula, Hausa, Ibibo, Nigeria, Igbo. So let's just put Yoruba. You can see that as interpreted. See those figures, you can see that there's naira in front of those figures. Then you can do your decimal places too. So do you want it two decimal places, one decimal place, or no decimal places at all? You can do adjustment there. Then the negative numbers, so how you want it to appear, you can actually format it here. So if you want the negative numbers to be like this, okay, so you can do the adjustment what here. So that is what, that is for currency. Let's look at the next formatting that we have. That's accounting, and this is one that we'll be using a lot. Accounting, when we start doing more complex calculations and start working with tables, data, values, and all those things, I'll show you more. But accounting is, okay, similar to currency, but you are telling it that you should treat it as what, as accounting. Now you can see that under currency, one of the differences is this. Now, when we put it under currency, the dollar sign was very close to this figure, but now you see that under accounting, the dollar sign is what, is towards the far right side of your what, of your cell. So that's one of the differences between the two. So let's just put, I don't want any dollar sign. Okay, then you can put your decimal places. Okay, so if you want two or three decimal places, you can put. Don't worry, when we start, I'll show you the difference between accounting and currency more when we start doing more. Then now let's go to dates. Okay, so I've put a date, so let's go and do so. Now you can see that it has now dates. Okay, so let's say I want to format this particular cell as date. Okay, I'm coming. All right, let me highlight those cells first, then we'll format. Okay, so just come to date, my number format. Okay, so date. All right, great. So now see my date. Now I can choose the form I want the date to appear. Now you can see this one. See, uh month comes first, day comes then this. So let's pick it. Okay, I can choose this too if I want it to be in, see, I want it Monday, January 1, 2004. So it will put the particular day of that particular date. So is it a Monday? Is it a Tuesday? There are some forms of data that you want to enter that you want to see. Is it a Monday? Is it a Tuesday? Is it a Wednesday? Is it a Thursday? You can actually do that what, in your formatting, okay, of your date. Then you can make it like this too. So you can choose different date formats. So let's just go. You see that you have so many types of date format here. Okay, so you can pick whichever one fits you. You can put it in these two, you can put it in months and so that means this is January in 2024. You can just put month alone. All right, so let's do that. So you can see that it's just January, it's not putting year. So whatever date format you want, you have different date formats there. You can choose whatever you want there. So let's just pick this. So we can do this January 1, 2024. All right, so that's how to use what, date, how to format your dates on your Microsoft Excel. All right, so let's go. All right, so now let's still back to our formatting. So let's go. So now, okay, let's go to this back here. Okay, so now let's look at it. So we have date. Then you can also do time too. Okay, let me just exit. All right, so you can do time too. Now let's say I want to put 6:30. All right, I want to put it in time from now. So what do I do? Just come here, come to time. All right, so time, click on time. So then you can now choose the time that you want. Okay, so you can see now you have different time. You can put it AM or PM. If you want it to have AM or PM, you can choose this one. If I just want it in this format alone, I don't want to put PM or AM, I can put there. Okay, if I want it like this, I can put. Okay, all right, so you can see different what time formats there. So if I want to work with time, I can also do date and time too. All right, no problem. So you can see 100 because I've not put date and this particular what time. So That's how to work with time when you are formatting yourself. So if you want to enter time into your Excel sheet, that's how to work with it. Okay, so let's move time. Then you can do percentage too. Okay, let's just go and format a cell and put it under percentage. Okay, so that means whatever I enter into this particular cell is going to interpret it in what? In percentage form. All right, percentage. You can choose your decimal places. So let me enter a figure here now. 6, you can see that is in percent. Okay, let's just do 78. You can see whatever figure you enter into this cell, it will interpret it in what, or get it for you in what? In percentage. Okay, so if I want to do ratio analysis, maybe when I'm doing financial statement, I'll just show you how to use Excel to do one or two ratio, simple ratio analysis, and you can interpret it based on that. Okay, so you can actually do that with your what? Microsoft Excel. So you can put it in what? In percentage form. So whatever figures we are getting, you put it in what? Percentage. All right, great. So let's continue. So you also have fraction. You can put whatever you want in fraction. So Excel allows you to put fraction. So you can see up to 1 digit, 1/4, up to 2 digits, 21/25, 3 digits. You can also have it. And so you have different what? Different fraction, but that's not so much of our concern. We don't need so much fraction as accountants. Okay, then you have scientific. Okay, you can also put the figure in scientific. Let me just put 678. All right, let me just put a figure here. All right, so you can see it's in scientific form. Okay, so please, that's not, we don't need that so much. Those are for engineers and all those other ones that do more of uh those things with science. Okay, then you can make it text too. That means whatever I put here, I want it to read it as a what? As a text, or as a what? As alphabet. Okay, then you have special too. Okay, so under special, okay, this place you can put zip code. If what you are entering is a zip code, you can put it there. You can also put phone number. That's the beautiful part. You can put phone number too. So if I want to put, okay, so 09, let me just go there. Okay, 091 so you can see it's in a what? Is in a phone format. All right, so if I want to put +234 blah 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 blah, I can put, you can also put social security number. That's for special. Then finally you have what? You have custom. Under custom you can have this. So you have general, you can put whatever you want to put. We're not going to work so much with custom. So you can see almost all our formats is there. You can put minute and seconds too. You can put at, if you want to put a link, you can put so many things under your what? Under your custom. So please, that's also what? Format cells in your what? Excel sheet. Okay, so let's just close this. So please, that's how to format cells. I'm sure we're familiar with it now. So please, the classwork assignment I'm going to give us is this: go ahead and go and try out all the formatting that I've also done. So you can do numbers, you can do currency, you can do value. See the way it looks, play around with it, work with it. Please, practice makes perfect. Explore, learn. Do you understand? Try it out yourself. That's the best way to get and master it. All right, thank you.